grew up in emptiness, orphaned as a child, and she became his home, his family, his salvation. But soon after she got pregnant, everything started to fall apart, and what he discovered changed his life forever. I grew up alone. My parents died when I was only 12. An accident, an ambulance, an empty house. Then, silence. I was sent to relatives who didn't really want to take me in. Always gloomy, cold, more concerned about not having any problems than about my survival, not only physically but also internally. I got used to being alone, used to eating quickly, speaking briefly, not relying on anyone. At school, I kept to myself, didn't let anyone get close, until she came along. She is the one who sat next to me when I was sitting alone at a desk in the corner. The one who laughed at my jokes, even if they were awkward. The one who once took my hand, and since then hasn't let go. At first we were just friends. She laughed at my stupid jokes. I walked her home, pretended that I was not in love. And then, in my senior year, everything changed. The first kiss, the first plans for the future. We were inseparable. After school, we went to the same city, rented an apartment, went through exams, illnesses, and our first adult job together. We were a team, real best friends, and at the same time, a loyal couple, without betrayal, without arguments for no reason. I always said that she was my person, the one. She became the whole family for me that I didn't have. My home, my support point, my silence in my head, which didn't let me go crazy from loneliness. I always knew if the world collapsed again, she would be there. And for her sake, I tried to become better, to hold on, to study, to work. And now, years later, life began, it would seem, to improve. We had stability, love, warmth, and most importantly, she was expecting a child. Mine, ours. We were both a little scared, but also happy. We talked about the future, I stroked her belly, and she called me a funny future dad. I secretly bought a ring, rehearsed a speech, wanted everything to be perfect. And then he appeared in my life, a colleague from work. We quickly became friends. He was funny, easygoing, sociable. I hadn't felt such a friendship for a long time, a real male one. For the first time in a long time, I thought, it looks like I have not only a loved one, but also a best friend. What's surprising is that all his interests, communication style, even his sense of humor are exactly like my girlfriend's. I laughed. You're like soulmates. And I decided to introduce them. The idea seemed wonderful. Two loved ones in my life would definitely get along, and they really got along. Too well. They chatted all night, joked, made memes for each other. The girl was delighted. She said that she had always dreamed of such a friend. I believed her. I was even proud that I was able to assemble such a perfect mini-team. And I was secretly preparing to propose. I had already bought a ring. She was expecting a child, my child. We were early, but we were already making plans, choosing names, looking at cribs. She laughed, snuggling up to me. You'll be such a funny dad. And then a week ago, they called me to talk. Serious, like they can't hide it anymore. It turns out they fell in love, at first sight. They tried to restrain themselves, fought their feelings, but it was all useless. Last week, they went snowboarding together, and there in the mountains, they confessed to each other. Not only their love, but also that they wanted to be together. He said that he would be a good father to him. She said that it would be better for everyone. And me, I just sat there, and I was silent, because I didn't know how to scream when there was only ashes inside. I was silent. They looked at me like I was a tragic character in a movie who now had to be explained that it wasn't his fault. and everything inside me was crumbling. Not just trust, not just a relationship. I lost my best friend, the woman I was going to propose to, the mother of my child, and most importantly, they decided that they would raise my child together, as if I were a temporary misunderstanding in this story. Like, you can always be there if you want, but we will be a family. Now I am sitting in a room where a ring is in a box under the bed. In my phone is an archive of messages where I discuss with a friend how to organize a surprise proposal. And in my head is the voice of a girl saying that I will be a funny dad.